Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to introduce you to my Crested Gecko Lupin, also called Remus, but we'll get into that in a bit. I recently built Lupin a new enclosure. Lupin was previously in an 18 by 18 by 18 and has moved into a 24 by 18 by 18. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just go ahead and get into the video. Lupin was originally purchased at a Reptile Expo in 2016 by my ex. I can't recall exactly, but I believe it was the Valparaiso Expo. It could have been Kalamazoo, but I'm pretty sure it was Valparaiso. I believe we were on our way out of the expo or at the end of our visit when we saw Lupin. There was no morph listed, no age, just a full-grown, super pale Crested Gecko. My ex purchased him and we brought him home. He was a shy boy then and continues to be to this day. He's also never been as pale as he was when we first saw him. He's like a cream color, sometimes pinkish when he's fired up, and a few years into keeping him, he randomly dropped his tail one night, and then he grew back a tiny stub, which they're not supposed to do, so he has a tiny stub of a tail, and that's also pink. So now Lupin is a frog butt. I bet you are wondering why am I calling him Lupin despite all my New Caledonian geckos having our names. Well, I actually chose Lupin's name, and his full name is Remus Lupin. Yeah, don't come for me as a cringe millennial who liked Harry Potter once upon a time, okay? I've been cured of that thanks to J.K. Rowling's awful comments, but Lupin's name is still Lupin. And if you like Harry Potter, that's fine. I'm not trying to say you shouldn't. I'm just bitter. I moved Lupin into a spare enclosure I had in the hallway closet. It was originally built as a polydarium, but I stopped using it shortly after the build. In truth, its execution was flawed, and now I'm using it terrestrially. It's 24 by 18 by 18, which I know was the minimum for a Crested Gecko, but in the wrong way. I just thought it was better to upgrade Lupin rather than keep him in an 18-18-18. Plus, he's a weird gecko behavior-wise, and I thought of all the geckos needing upgrades, they would benefit more from the increase in height than he would. It's not a forever enclosure, but it will do just fine for now. It features manzanita branches, cork rounds, a DIY background made from expanding foam, substrate, and silicone, and a large manzanita stump to replicate a tree trunk. There are also fake pothos vines spread throughout, and the substrate is a blend of organic topsoil, washed play sand, EcoWorth cocoa chips, sphagnum moss, and some ABG mix that I had on hand. Despite Lupin not always being my pet, he has a forever home here, except in the rare and extremely unlikely instance my ex would want him or any of the reptiles back. I'll be slowly introducing you to the arboreal geckos that he left behind, and I recently introduced you guys to Rova, the gargoyle gecko, and showed off her enclosure. I'll leave that video on the screen. And also, as a recommendation, if you want to see more from me or my animal friends, I post every single day on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, so be sure that you guys are following me there. It is in the description. Also, don't mind that tiny piece of shed. As you see, the next clip I had gotten it. He's just not the best shedder. You know, he's kind of a quirky Crested Gecko, and they're already quirky to begin with. I hope you enjoyed meeting Remus Lupin, also just Lupin, and I hope that you enjoyed seeing the enclosure that I built, that I actually had built before, but repurposed for Lupin. If you did, let me know by leaving a like and a comment. Also, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and with all that said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!